Have you ever wondered why narcissists appear in your life? Why do the chosen ones like you often attract people who seek to manipulate and control? This is no coincidence. It is actually part of a pattern that many chosen ones experience on their spiritual journey. In this video, we are not only going to explore why narcissists appear in the lives of the chosen ones, but we will also delve into how you can identify these patterns and, most importantly, how to protect yourself. You are not meant to be a victim of these people. On the contrary, every interaction you have with a narcissist is a spiritual lesson in disguise, designed to help you strengthen your boundaries, recognize your own worth, and raise your vibration to a level where these people can no longer affect you. The chosen ones, with their high level of empathy, inner light, and ability to heal, stand out in this world filled with mixed vibrations. These qualities not only light the way for those around them, but also act as a beacon for those who, instead of admiring that light, seek to feed off of it. This is where narcissists come in. Narcissists, people characterized by their lack of empathy, desire for control, and tendency to manipulate, find in the chosen ones a kind of energetic prey. For narcissists, the chosen ones represent something that they themselves cannot be, free beings connected to their higher purpose. This generates an irresistible attraction to the energy of the chosen ones. We know that many chosen ones, like you, have gone through painful situations with people who appear to be charismatic and charming at first, but who little by little reveal their true face, someone who only seeks their own benefit. However, it is crucial to understand that these encounters are not accidents or mere coincidences. Narcissists come into your life as part of your ascension process, to challenge you to grow, to test your discernment, and to reaffirm your spiritual worth. So, if you have ever felt emotionally drained by the presence of a narcissist in your life, do not worry. In this video, you will learn how to transform those experiences into personal power and use your energy more consciously. To understand why narcissists appear in the lives of those they choose, we must first understand who these people are and what characteristics define them. Narcissistic personality disorder is a recognized psychological condition, where people who suffer from it present an inflated self-image, a lack of empathy, and a constant need for admiration. Although many people may display some narcissistic traits at certain times, those with narcissistic personality disorder experience these characteristics in an extreme way, which affects their relationships and their interaction with the world. Psychological description of narcissism. Narcissism is a spectrum, and at the most pathological end is narcissistic personality disorder. Those who suffer from it often have a distorted view of themselves, believing themselves superior to others, which leads them to develop an excessive need for attention and admiration. However, behind that facade of grandiosity, there is an emotional fragility that makes narcissists extremely sensitive to criticism or rejection. Often, the narcissistic person feels empty inside, but does not recognize it. Instead of facing this emotional lack, they project an image of power and success, looking to others for the validation they need to sustain their self-esteem. Because of this constant need for external confirmation, narcissists tend to surround themselves with people they perceive as sources of supply, those who provide them with admiration and attention. Those chosen, because of their spiritual and emotional qualities, are often seen as such people. Key characteristics of narcissists. 1. Lack of empathy. One of the most notable traits of narcissists is their inability to put themselves in other people's shoes. They may appear to be sympathetic or interested in people's feelings, but this is often a facade to manipulate. In reality, they don't feel a true connection to other people's problems or emotions, as they are too focused on themselves. 2. Manipulation. Narcissists are masters in the art of manipulation. They use seduction, superficial charm, and deception to get what they want from others. One of the most common tactics they use is gaslighting, which involves distorting the other person's reality to make them doubt themselves and thus maintain control. 3. constant need for validation. Narcissists rely on attention and recognition from others to feel valuable. They constantly seek praise, and when they don't receive it, they may react with anger or resentment. For the chosen ones, who are usually generous and compassionate people, this need can be exhausting, as narcissists require constant reassurance of their self-esteem. 4. Sense of superiority. Narcissists tend to believe themselves to be better than others. This belief can manifest itself in various ways. They surround themselves with people they consider inferior in order to feel superior, or they seek to associate with successful or admired people in order to elevate their own image. 5. Difficulty accepting criticism. Although they appear to be confident and self-assured, narcissists are extremely sensitive to any type of criticism or comment that they perceive as negative. Even the slightest criticism can trigger a disproportionate reaction, such as anger or contempt towards the person who made it. Now that we better understand the psychological profile of a narcissist, it is easier to see why the chosen ones, deeply empathetic people with a clear spiritual mission, are often frequent targets for them. The chosen ones, with their light and empathy, attract narcissists because they represent a source of energy that the latter can manipulate for their own benefit. The chosen ones are generally more understanding and tolerant than most, which makes them especially vulnerable to emotional manipulation tactics. They often try to save narcissists or believe that, with enough love and understanding, they can help them change. However, narcissists, lacking empathy or a true desire to transform themselves, often take advantage of the chosen one's kindness to get what they need: validation, attention, and control. Additionally, because of their sensitive nature, the chosen ones may be more likely to fall into the trap of gaslighting, doubting themselves when a narcissist distorts reality in their favor. This can cause great confusion and emotional exhaustion for the chosen ones, who begin to question their own judgment and energy. However, it is crucial for the chosen ones to understand that these encounters with narcissists are not merely unfortunate situations. In many cases, they are karmic challenges that teach them to develop their inner strength, set healthy boundaries, and better discern the intentions of the people who enter their lives. Rather than allowing the narcissist to drain their energy, the chosen ones have the power to transform these experiences into valuable lessons for their spiritual growth. For the chosen ones, narcissists represent a unique energetic and emotional challenge. It is not just manipulation or control that makes them challenges, but the very polarity of their energies. While the chosen ones seek liberation, spiritual expansion, and harmony, narcissists are trapped in patterns of control, power, and self-aggrandizement. This clash of opposing energies tests the chosen one's strength and clarity, creating a situation in which, though painful, growth is inevitable. One of the main challenges that the narcissist represents for the chosen one is their incessant desire for control. Narcissists need to control the environment and the people around them in order to feel safe and powerful. For them, control is a tool to maintain their image of perfection and to avoid facing the vulnerabilities and shortcomings they hide beneath their facade. In contrast, the chosen one seeks liberation, both for themselves and for others. The chosen ones are spiritual beings whose purpose is to raise their consciousness and that of those around them, promoting emotional, mental, and spiritual freedom. While the narcissist tends to limit and suffocate others, the chosen one seeks to expand their light and that of those around them, helping others to connect with their deepest essence. This contrast creates palpable tension when a narcissist enters the life of a chosen one. While the narcissist seeks to dominate, the chosen one seeks to liberate, creating a constant energetic tug-of-war. This dynamic can be deeply draining for the chosen one, who, at first, may not understand why they feel trapped in a relationship that drains their energy. However, this clash is also an opportunity for the chosen one to learn to discern and protect their energy, developing greater inner strength. Narcissists do not just represent an external challenge, they also act as mirrors that reveal the chosen one's inner shadows. On many occasions, the chosen ones draw narcissists to confront aspects of themselves that they have not yet healed or acknowledged. This may seem counterintuitive, as the chosen ones tend to be empathetic and aware people, but precisely that empathy can be exploited by narcissists if the chosen one has not learned to set clear boundaries. For example, the narcissist may reflect unresolved insecurities in the chosen one, such as the need for external validation, fear of rejection, or the tendency to prioritize the needs of others over their own. In that sense, narcissists are mirrors of those areas where the chosen one still needs to grow and strengthen. Through these interactions, the chosen one is challenged to look inward and recognize their own shadows or weaknesses, not as a flaw, but as areas that require attention and healing. The key here is to understand that although narcissists may seem destructive or harmful, their presence in the life of a chosen one often serves a deeper spiritual function. They test the chosen one's boundaries and resilience, pushing them to develop greater self-awareness and strengthen their ability to discern who deserves their energy and who does not. Although relationships with narcissists can be painful, they often prove to be powerful catalysts for personal growth for the chosen one. Through these challenges, the chosen one learns crucial lessons about self-worth, self-care, and healthy boundaries. Confronting a narcissist forces the chosen one to rethink how they manage their energy, how they set their boundaries, and most importantly, how they value themselves. Narcissists often attempt to erode the chosen one's self-esteem, making them feel like they are not good enough, smart enough, or worthy of love. However, by overcoming these toxic dynamics, the chosen one can learn to reaffirm their own worth and remember that their light is not dependent on external validation. This reaffirmation process is essential for spiritual growth, as it allows the chosen one to disconnect from the need for approval from others and focus on their own path and purpose. Furthermore, the challenge of narcissists forces the chosen one to develop clear and firm boundaries. The chosen ones, with their empathetic nature, often have a hard time saying no or recognizing when a relationship is damaging. However, by interacting with a narcissist, the chosen one learns that protecting their energy is a priority. Setting boundaries not only protects the chosen one from manipulation, but also sends a powerful message to the universe, that you value their well-being and are willing to make difficult decisions to preserve it. Narcissists represent a transformative challenge for the chosen ones. Although these relationships can be emotionally draining, they are also opportunities for the chosen one to grow, recognize their shadows, and strengthen their self-worth. By facing the opposing energy of the narcissist, the chosen one not only learns to protect their light, but also rises to a higher level of consciousness and personal power. For the chosen ones, relationships with narcissists are not mere coincidences or unfortunate experiences. From a deeper spiritual perspective, these encounters are charged with divine purpose. Narcissists appear in the lives of the chosen ones with a clear purpose, to act as catalysts for spiritual growth, helping the chosen ones develop their discernment, strengthen their inner light, and heal past karmic wounds. Although these relationships may seem painful and challenging on the surface, behind them lies a powerful lesson that the soul of the chosen one must learn in order to advance in their spiritual mission. Mission of the chosen one: narcissists as teachers in disguise. The mission of the chosen ones is clear: to raise their own consciousness and, in doing so, serve as a beacon for others to also awaken and raise their vibration. The chosen ones, by their empathetic, intuitive, and spiritually advanced nature, are here to be agents of change, to guide others on their path of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. However, this path is not easy, and on many occasions, the greatest spiritual lessons come disguised as difficult challenges. This is where narcissists come in. Paradoxically, narcissists are often seen as teachers in disguise, sent into the path of the chosen one to challenge them and help them grow. Rather than seeing the narcissist simply as a toxic figure seeking to drain their energy, the chosen one can learn to see them from a higher perspective, as a test that will help them develop qualities crucial to their mission, such as discernment, inner strength, and the ability to set clear boundaries. Narcissists teach the chosen ones an essential lesson: not everyone in this world has the same intentions, and not every person who comes into their lives is there to help or support them. Although the chosen ones are beings of light and wish to see the best in others, narcissists show them the importance of discernment, of not being blinded by empathy or the desire to save others. This lesson is crucial for the chosen ones, who, by learning to identify energies that do not serve them, can better protect their light and continue to move forward on their spiritual mission. Another spiritual reason why narcissists appear in the lives of the chosen ones is the karmic aspect. According to spiritual laws, nothing in this world happens by chance. Encounters with people, especially those that bring deep challenges, are often karmic tests, designed to help souls clear old wounds, resolve spiritual debts, and raise their vibration. In many cases, the chosen ones and narcissists have had karmic connections in past lives. In a previous life, the chosen one may have allowed their energy to be controlled by another, or they may have developed a pattern of self-sacrifice where they prioritize the needs of others at the expense of their own well-being. These old karmic wounds can manifest again in this life through the relationship with a narcissist, giving the chosen one the opportunity to break those destructive cycles and heal. The narcissist, then, acts as a figure who awakens those karmic wounds for the chosen one to recognize and heal. By confronting the manipulative and controlling behavior of the narcissist, the chosen one has the opportunity to break old patterns of self-sabotage or emotional dependency, learning to value themselves and set clear boundaries. This is an essential part of the karmic cleansing process, recognizing past patterns and making different choices so as not to repeat them. Instead of seeing themselves as a victim of circumstances, the chosen one can understand that these challenges are actually opportunities to heal on a deeper level and raise their vibration. Through overcoming these karmic tests, the chosen one not only becomes stronger in this life, but also cleanses his energy of emotional and spiritual burdens from past lives, allowing him to move forward lighter and more aligned with his divine mission. Strengthening the soul and raising the vibration. Encountering narcissists also plays a key role in raising the vibration of the chosen one. Although these relationships can be emotionally draining, it is important to remember that the soul of the chosen one chose to face these challenges in order to grow and become stronger. By overcoming the tests that narcissists represent, the chosen one emerges wiser, stronger, and more aligned with his purpose. One of the greatest gifts that narcissists give, paradoxically, is the opportunity for the chosen one to reaffirm his self-worth. Often, the narcissist attempts to manipulate the chosen one into doubting his own light and ability. However, by resisting these attempts and remembering his true worth, the chosen one strengthens his connection to his inner self and to the divine source. This process of self-assessment and self-affirmation is a crucial part of the chosen one's spiritual growth and mission. Furthermore, the chosen ones learn an invaluable lesson about boundaries. The narcissist, with his invasive and controlling behavior, constantly challenges the chosen one's boundaries. However, through these challenges, the chosen one learns to set clear and firm boundaries, which is essential to protect his energy and continue on his path of spiritual ascension. These boundaries are not only important in interaction with narcissists, but also in daily life, as they allow the chosen one to discern which energies are beneficial to his growth and which are not. The appearance of narcissists in the lives of the chosen ones serves a deep spiritual purpose. Through these encounters, the chosen ones are challenged to develop their discernment, heal karmic wounds, and strengthen their self-worth. Although these relationships may seem difficult and painful, from a higher perspective, they represent opportunities for soul growth and transformation. Narcissists, in their own way, act as teachers in disguise, helping the chosen ones raise their vibration and continue their spiritual mission with greater strength and clarity. Advice for the chosen ones: How to handle narcissists. For the chosen ones, interacting with narcissists can be one of the greatest challenges on their spiritual path. These individuals, who seek to control, manipulate, and drain the energy of others, pose a direct threat to the chosen one's inner peace and emotional well-being. However, by recognizing their own light and learning to protect it, the chosen ones can effectively manage these relationships, avoiding the emotional and energetic drain that narcissists seek to generate. Here we offer some essential tips for the chosen ones to properly handle the narcissists in their life. 1. Energetic boundary development. One of the most important aspects for the chosen ones is learning to set clear energetic boundaries. Narcissists, due to their manipulative and self-centered nature, constantly try to overstep the boundaries of those around them. For a chosen one, who is naturally empathetic and compassionate, this behavior can be particularly damaging, as narcissists feed off their spiritual and emotional energy. Setting a clear energetic boundary means that the chosen one must learn to protect their personal space, both physically and emotionally. This begins by recognizing that it is not their responsibility to save or fix the narcissist, but to protect their own well-being. The chosen ones must develop the ability to say no when necessary, without guilt or remorse, and make it clear that they will not tolerate manipulative or abusive behavior. Additionally, it is important to create an energetic shield through practices such as visualization. The chosen ones can imagine a protective light around them that acts as a barrier to negative energies. This shield helps keep their vibration high and prevents the narcissist's emotional manipulations from penetrating their energy field. 2. Healing and releasing practices. Interacting with a narcissist can be draining, both emotionally and spiritually. Because of this, it is crucial for the chosen ones to implement regular healing and releasing practices to regain balance after each interaction. One of the most effective ways to do this is through meditation. Meditation allows the chosen one to reconnect with their inner self and release any negative energy they have absorbed during their interactions with the narcissist. Practicing guided meditations focused on energy clearing can be particularly beneficial. These meditations help the chosen ones visualize how toxic energies dissipate and are replaced by light and inner peace. Another valuable technique is energy clearing. The chosen ones can use tools such as incense, sage, or Palo Santo to purify their physical space and release any stagnant or negative energy. Performing these cleansing rituals after encounters with a narcissist can help restore energetic harmony and prevent negative emotions from lingering. Connecting with nature is also a powerful healing tool. Taking time to walk barefoot on the earth, breathe fresh air, or be near water can help the chosen ones unplug from dense energies and retune into the pure, revitalizing energy of nature. How to avoid falling into the manipulation cycle. One of the biggest dangers when interacting with a narcissist is falling into their emotional manipulation cycle. Narcissists are experts at creating power dynamics, so they first elevate the other person and then tear them down emotionally. This can leave the target feeling trapped on an emotional roller coaster, constantly seeking approval or validation from the narcissist. To avoid falling into this cycle, targeters must learn to recognize manipulation patterns early on. This means being aware of common tactics narcissists use, such as gaslighting, blaming, or idealization followed by devaluation. A key approach is to maintain a firm stance and not react emotionally to the narcissist's attempts to destabilize. Narcissists thrive when they are able to generate an emotional reaction in others, as this gives them power. By practicing non-reaction and staying calm, the chosen one denies the narcissist the emotional control he seeks. One effective way to do this is through the gray rock technique, where the chosen one presents himself as emotionally neutral, like a rock that does not react, does not allow itself to be affected. Furthermore, the chosen ones should avoid entering into debates or confrontations with narcissists. Narcissists rarely seek to resolve conflicts honestly, rather, they seek to win at any cost. Rather than trying to reason with a narcissist, the chosen ones should learn to remove themselves from situations that could escalate and not engage in arguments that will only drain their energy. Finally, the chosen ones should always remember that they have the power to choose who they allow into their lives. While some encounters with narcissists are inevitable, they are not obligated to maintain an ongoing relationship with these people. The act of walking away, of cutting ties when necessary, is a show of strength and self-worth. Each encounter with a narcissist, although painful, is not an obstacle in the path of the chosen ones, but an opportunity for self-improvement. These individuals, with their dense and manipulative energy, act as mirrors that reveal our shadows, our insecurities, and those boundaries that we need to strengthen. For the chosen ones like you, each interaction is a test, a challenge that, when faced with wisdom and discernment, allows you to grow, strengthen your self-esteem and protect your spiritual energy. It is important that you see these narcissists not only as adversaries, but as catalysts for your spiritual awakening. Each time you manage to break out of their cycles of manipulation, you become more empowered and advance on your path of enlightenment. Now is the time to take action, set clear boundaries, protect your energy, and remember that these experiences are part of your inner growth. If you, as the chosen one, can overcome these challenges, you will be ever closer to your spiritual purpose. If you have been inspired by this content and are ready to delve deeper into your spiritual journey, I invite you to click on the link in the description of this video. There you will find valuable resources that will help you strengthen your spiritual connection and navigate your path with confidence. Now that we have explored how narcissists can impact the lives of those they choose, we would like to hear your thoughts. Have you ever had an experience with a narcissist that taught you something valuable about yourself? How did you handle that situation and what did you learn from it? What strategies do you think are most effective for protecting your energy in those interactions? Share your thoughts in the comments, we would love to hear from you. If you have been inspired by this video, we invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the video and activate the notification bell so that you continue receiving more videos like this one. Thank you for being part of our Essential Vibrations community. Remember to share this message with those people who you think it can help. See you in the next video.